Hey everyone, this is my Patreon powered reaction to the 12th and final episode of Gatchaman Crowds. So, last episode, Hajime, we basically just kind of discussed how she touched the lives of everyone around her, which was a nice little bit there, of course. And we also have the Prime Minister actually being kind of helpful now, you know? We had that fun little live stream where people left comments and he responded to them, and he came across as a bit more human and relatable to them. So I think it was mostly that. That was pretty much a positive, I would say. But, you know, what's not so positive is freaking cats pretending to be the Prime Minister and trying to spread more crowds, and just, it's pretty bad, but at least we do have our group kind of together more so than they've been in a while, so I feel like we still can fight back against this. I think we're united enough. We're giving out smartphones to people. We're registering for Galax. Like, I think we got this, so let's do our best, guys. That's all we can do. So 3, 2, 1, play. I don't know if we got the opening in this episode. Probably not. But we do have crowds all over the place tipping cars over like delinquents, so yeah, but you shouldn't. A lot of you really shouldn't be. We got Riot Police, I guess that's something. I really do love the touch of the words on the crowds. Like, I can't overstate how crucial an addition that is to their design. Freaking cats. Well, at least we're not cringy like you. Get wrecked. Well, that's a translation. Chicken Chan. That English. That English got me. So, looks like OD is finally making a move. Or Gay-chan, as we call them here. We are getting the opening, surprisingly. Okay. Gotta love how Pai segment is just him drinking. You know? As expected of a leader. It'd be great to see OD actually do something. You know, like how he spreads his arms out in the opening and stuff sort of happens. It'd be cool if we could see some of that. Because you've obviously been building up his abilities in the show and deliberately trying to avoid using them. Oh. Wait, was that different than usual? I think that was different than usual. Because I think that was a shot where he does that, but he was Gatchaman there. Unless I'm getting confused, but I'm pretty sure that's not... I'm pretty sure he was not Gatchaman there before. So that's interesting. So yeah, we're probably definitely going to get some OD fighting this episode. Should be really cool. Bum, 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 bum. And back into it. My time was a little bit off there. Yo, Rui. Okay. Then who do you want to help? Because yeah, this is getting pretty bad. Man. Oh jeez. Because of the internet. Yeah, please stop breaking and hurting people. Yeah, don't be looking down on us. Oh. Yeah, the crowds are not easy to fight as a regular person. Luckily, we do have Gatchaman to help. Although it's a bit much for the Gatchaman to deal with. I mean, it can change it in a way, but usually not for the better. Yeah, OD getting serious. Stop making fun of Hajime, Katsu. Vaguely, something about, yeah. Okay, yeah, that's a good answer. There is some truth to that. Misery loves company. There's a lot of things I like about Hajime, but that is one of them. I mean, I would, but I'm not Hajime, so. Well, if she says it, she doesn't lie, so watch what you say, Katz. uh... Katz is basically an internet troll at the end of the day. That's kind of like what he is, isn't it? I don't know why I just clicked in my head now, but that's basically his existence, an internet troll. Somebody that only exists to cause problems for people. Yes, who knows what the show would have been like if Hajime never... Oh no! How did you even get in here? Need to fire whoever manages our security. Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Probably should use those scissors on yourself. More ways than one. You were the worst. I'm ready. Can somebody finally beat up this internet troll? Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's definitely what I saw in the opening. You better be. What was that? It looked like multiple versions of him fell out of it. Not sure what that even was, but didn't look good. Itsutsu is definitely worth protecting. Okay, yeah, let's not give up. Yeah, plenty of war that's worth fighting for here. Oof. Oof. Hopefully that did some damage to him. Sorry to say. But he looks like he's gotten pretty wrecked here. Oh, did we just pull his note out? Because, yeah, we needed to get that from him. Ooh. Yeah, I don't know how if Odie's gonna really get out of this alive. Because he was kind of looking injured before that stab there. And Utsutsu. Oh. Is that Odie or the fake? Because you never know. That could be Katz pretending. But no. I think it's the real one. I was just a little bit worried. Just bend over a little bit further, really. Okay. It's a lot of blood loss, though, even if it is OD. You don't look like you're in a very fun position to me, but okay. At least we got the note from Cats. That's... The sacrifice definitely wasn't in vain. Whew, those legs. Very distracting, really. Rui's a natural live streamer. Okay. Okay. Hope you know what you're doing. Oh. Okay. We're updating. Yeah, I mean, this could work out. Like, we couldn't make things any worse, you know. Yeah. Okay, this is a big decision. Let's all become heroes. Always what we really wanted. The violence. Wow. That's a big number. Let's play the crowds. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I could tell in his voice that he was clearly very excited about this. I love hearing Rui happy, because he hasn't been happy for much of the show. So seeing him like this, it's great to see. I think the broken child finally got a little bit repaired. It's great. Man, it's only like half the episode. Man, what else is gonna happen? Will you join the Tachikawa Crowds game? It's probably gonna be pretty fun. Still a bold decision, though. Yeah, I mean, do you have anything better to do with your day, really? Let's be honest. There we go, just more and more crowds literally flying from the sky. You know, it gives people something else to focus on than just destroying random stuff. I think that's the idea with it. The problem. I see. Housewives are needed. Please assemble. Yes, you must answer the call to action. Anything for them points. Wow, okay. Way ahead of you. Neo Hun X Hunter. Wow, really? This is certainly one way to deal with the Neo 100 shenanigans. Add more crowds to it. Yeah, I'm trying to rank up here. Don't get in my way. Oh, #1 rank. Yeah, let's take care of him. We don't destroy cars here. Yeah, this actually is working out pretty well. This is well done. She's adorable. Yeah, it really was a good idea. I would definitely not have come up with this. I would have been too worried about it making things worse, but it seems to be working out. Rui's very smart. I mean, because Rui was initially pretty afraid of giving more people the crowds, if I remember correctly, so it could have been an easy decision for him, but it just kind of shows the development he's gone through. It's a good thing these are not like the noise, because the noise do kill people the second they touch them, so good thing crowds are not quite like that. It's all about those points, all about that ranking. Man, that gives Rui a lot of power. Just like give out assignments and games for people to do to earn points. Although it seems like more than just Rui can do that. I've just seen the crowds making so much destruction. It's gotta be a nice change of pace for people to see them actually being helpful. Getting close, well, sort of close to 1 billion. We're getting there. A very courageous decision. I just want to give Rui a hug so badly. Indeed. Everyone's in a much better mood now. Yeah. Nope. Not today. Hajime is very honest. Oh, Messi! Nice to see you. Got Prime Minister things to do. That's so weird to see a Prime Minister acting like that. It's kind of almost cringy. It's not as bad as Pokemon Go to the polls, but it's up there. No, this is the final episode. It's over in like a few minutes. We are all heroes, just like Rui wanted. What makes a hero? I mean, the willingness to help people, I would assume. Is Cat still down there dead? Well, not so much dead. But you've lost. Get over it. JJ, rub it in his face that he lost. Yeah, there's not really much you can do anymore. I mean, we've kind of changed things quite a bit. There's not much you can do now, I would imagine. They're clearly not. I mean, don't you see how much they're helping? They're like, go away, dude. Yeah, he doesn't have much power anymore. He's trying, but it's just not working. Nobody cares about you. Crowd suplex. Yeah, they sucked. No, the problem is with you. It's always been with you. You are the absolute worst. And more Hajime butt, thank you for that. If she's anything like you, I'm sure she's plenty Genki. Okay. It's a bit of an odd thing to just kind of say, but it's good to know. And please never change, Hajime. Whew. That was a pretty great final episode. Like, I think that was wrapped up pretty nicely. I think I actually have a little bit of chills. Probably mostly because of Hajime scene at the end there. Just, I feel like it had a lot of meaning behind it. Perhaps Hajime struggles a bit more than she would lead you to believe, with remaining herself, not letting outside forces affect her. Summer 2016, Tachikawa. License for crowds. Yeah, X, do this for me. Suka, yeah. Wow. It's kind of funny because this is the same country where people aren't allowed to have guns. But people have unlicensed crowd use. That's very interesting. Gonna miss you, Hajime. Yes, please do, Hajime. Just love the Hajime noises. I see you. Definitely see you. What the heck? What is that voice? Is that like a cat's thing, or? That was kind of unsettling. I'm not sure what to make of that. I mean, it's either a cat's thing affecting her, or she just has like that's just kind of representations of her internal struggles, one of the two. Either way, that was kind of unnerving. But anyway, that really unsettled me. That was the 12th and final episode of Gatchaman Crowds. That was certainly an interesting way to finish it off. Anyway, OD finally did something. OD decided to take down Cats. However, it did kind of look like he sacrificed himself there. Like, I don't think it gave full confirmation that he died there, but I don't think we ever saw him after that, so I think you can kind of assume that he did. Which, it's obviously pretty tragic. Like, it wasn't particularly attached to that character, compared to characters like Hajime and Rui and even Sugane, really, But still, it's certainly sad if he did. That is the end of him. He did good work there getting the note from Cats, for sure. But yeah, luckily we're able to do that. Rui was able to basically completely changed the status quo in regards to the crowds. And that's really what made the big difference here in resolving things, because that was kind of a big source of conflict for Rui, because he always thought that giving people the crowd should be very regulated, because what if people use them for purposes that he doesn't personally approve of, you know? That could be dangerous, but it's that kind of idea. It could kind of contradicts a little bit with what he wants out of the world, where everyone's a hero. Like, if you want that, you kind of have to be more open with giving people the power to do so. But he was kind of conflicting with his own ideology here with the way he was restricting the crowds, what they can do, how many people can have them, and stuff like that. However, in this episode, he finally just let go of all that and decided, you know what? Just have at it. Because that was kind of Katz's real power here, because he was able to kind of tempt people with this crowds of powers, and they were just kind of, they just caused problems as a result. But when Rui gives it to pretty much everyone has the power to do it, and it gives them motivation to use it for more productive purposes. You know, the idea of the whole points and ranking at the ladder and stuff like that, that's brilliant. Nice little karma system, if you will. And that just completely overshadowed the mediocre Neo 100 that are causing problems. It was just so oddly satisfying to see the crowds just destroy them, you know? Well, not destroy them, defeat them. You know, I don't think we were trying to kill anyone. You know, make them into the cubes or whatever. And it was such a fairly simple but very well built up way of resolving the overall conflict. Because that always was one of the bigger conflicts in the show, was Galax and how it's used. And Rui wanting, and Rui's ideals of how it should be used, and some of his worries and concerns. And we just kind of here just resolved all of that. And Rui was able to, everything just kind of worked itself out once Rui just kind of let go of the reins to a degree and just let people just be heroes, you know? You know, this worked out. And I just liked seeing Rui happy for once, because so much of the show was just Rui upset about things because of Katz mostly, and how Katz is kind of manipulating things and making things horrible, and the stuff that Rui did was like the powers were given to him from Katz, and just Rui had a lot of reason to be upset, and things just kept getting worse and worse because of what Katz was doing, and he was just so upset and happy for so much of the show. And here we just got to, because you could just hear it in his voice, just how excited he was and how just happy. And because X eventually explicitly said, pointed this out, but it was clear way before that, just the difference in mood there, which was great to see. So that was a big thing with the episode, of course. Just, yeah, just mobilizing housewives, like making onigiri or whatever. Just great to see just how productive the crowds can be after seeing some of this destruction the past couple episodes. And it was funny, his reaction to Hajime's comments about having no idea if things will be okay. That was great. You know, the Prime Minister being the Prime Minister, you know. He's pretty cool now, for the most part. It was also really funny seeing Katz when he came back up from that hole and tried to manipulate people the same way he did before. He was just like, guys, these crowds are horrible and dangerous, right? This is horrible, right? Let's riot. They're like, go away, random nobody. We're having fun over here. So that was great, because Katz's methods of causing chaos were very similar to Fullmetal Alchemist. You know, similar, a lot, you know, turning people against each other. But once people are more unified and there's less fear because it's more out there, that people can see the positives of it. He really was kind of stripped of any power that he had. So it was a perfect decision by Rui, really. Like, the more I think about it, the more this really was the right thing to do, because Katz really did capitalize on Rui's decisions that he made before, and changing the decisions changed what Katz could do. I feel like I'm repeating myself a lot on that, so I'll kind of let that go now. But then we had a conversation with Hajime and her mother, which was definitely interesting. Basically saying, no matter what happens, I'm me. You know, Boku ga Boku Dayo, or whatever she said. No matter what happens. That's all she said, which was very ominous. And as if that wasn't ominous enough, we had that bit at the very end, where she walks out the door, you know, seeming as energetic as usual, but there was like another voice. You know, she says something about seeing things. She's like, I can't, moron. We'll go to the ocean tomorrow. It'll be great. Just you sicken me. Like, that's just... What exactly is that voice? It's almost reminded me of that one villain from My Hero Academia, where it kind of like says the opposite of what he said. It's a little bit like that. But it's obviously very negative and just mean. But yeah, it makes it seem like it's some sort of something that's inside of Hajime. Either way, just it really, really creeped me out, honestly. I can't really describe it in words, but that really just disturbed me. But if that's something like Hajime is always wrestling with, it's pretty dark. So, yeah, I don't know how much more there really is to say about this show. Hajime was wonderful, one of the best characters in anime I've seen in a while, with just how much there was to her character and how likable she was. You know, because that's not always, like, those two things usually don't go too well hand in hand, having a likable character and a character with a decent amount of depth, you know, but they really nailed this character with Hajime. I think if I had to come with some complaints about the show, it would probably be that Hajime kind of monopolized a lot of screen time, and some of the other members of the Gatchaman didn't have too much time to flesh out the characters. I mean, I love Hajime, so I personally wouldn't complain about that too much, but if I was trying to be a objective critic, I'd probably point that out. Because, you know, like OD, you know, him dying, that's a pretty big deal if that is what happened, but, like, I was never really that attached to OD, really. I mean, he had a connection with Utsutsu, which, that's obviously sad because I like Utsutsu. Because, I mean, she was adorable, so she obviously was much easier for me to get attached to than, you know, a non-adorable girl anime character, you know? But that's just a very subjective thing, of course. And even Joe, you know, he didn't do a whole lot. It just seemed like a lot of the show was just him off on his own, doing his own thing, smoking, feeling sorry for himself. Like, I don't know, I feel like more time could have been spent fleshing out some of the other Gatchaman characters. That's probably the only real complaint I have of the show, honestly. But as far as the plot and everything goes, I feel like everything went pretty well, pretty smoothly. It was fairly well written. No real complaints on that regard. And I did like the grandmother-granddaughter combo here in the last episode. All that was pretty wholesome. So, it was a good show, for sure, overall. No doubt about that. With some great characters. Very interesting plots about just kind of people, connecting people, different people's idea of how things should go, how much power people should have, trying to manipulate the darkness to cause chaos. But if people are a bit more joined together more positively, that's harder to do. And should you have a small squad of people to help, or just try to make everyone a hero? You know, just a lot of these discussions and colliding of ideologies. It was, you know, led to some pretty interesting opinions on things and conversations and whatnot here and there. And the Galaxy app itself is just pretty amazing. Like, could you imagine? Because we have things in the real world that are maybe comparable in certain regards, but nothing quite on that level, I don't think. So having something like that would be pretty amazing. Like, not even just referring to the, you know, supernatural crowds aspect. Even without that, you know, this would be pretty incredible if you had this really well fleshed out broad system like this with like points and ranking and stuff about doing real life good deeds. That would be a pretty big positive if you could make something like that happen. Like, you have a little pop-up that says, hey, there's a cat stuck in a tree over on this avenue. You know, first one to save him gets 10 points or whatever. Like, something like that could be invaluable, honestly. Of course, you have to have some pretty good rewards for ranking up for that to be viable as motivation, but it's a really cool idea if you can make something like that happen. Yeah, I think that's all I really got to say on the show. I'm pretty happy I watched it. Pretty good show. And that's that. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.